Professor Bitswas, I'd like you to tell us from your perspective, have we got the definition of resilience right? What's resilience? We've all spoken about resilience. Do we really know what it is? And if we know what it is, how do we create a system-wide response to urban risk and create that system-wide resilience framework? Thank you.
If I could answer your question, Usha, I should get 10 Nobel Prizes, not one. When I was a kid, one thing that impressed me very much was James Bond. How James Bond could go into an enemy territory and he knew exactly which button to press. When you talk about the resilience, I haven't a clue which button to press. Forget which button to press, I'm not sure if the buttons are even in the board. So let me go back to the definition of resilience. Because my view is a little bit contradictory, a little bit different, perhaps even there's a controversy. Oxford Dictionary, I looked up when I was asked to join this matter. What is resilience? Oxford Dictionary defines resilience. Ability of people or things to feel better quickly after something unpleasant, such as shock or injury. I would like to submit to you, the smart city is not a resiliency. Efficient city is not a resiliency. You have to build in a lot of flexibility. Equally, what is resilience for Singapore will not be resilience for Mumbai. People's expectations are different. Their thinking are different. Their education level are different. So the concept of resilience you cannot transfer from one place to another. And looking at all the sessions that are happening here, I ask myself one fundamental question. And that question is, what is the city for? And I was fortunate to sit beside lunch, a very quick lunch, with the mayor of Christchurch. She's sitting there, sitting on this quick ground. She told me a Maori proverb, and I'm not going to try to say it in Maori because I haven't a clue. But the English translation says, what is the most important thing in the world? It is the people, it is the people, it is the people. If you are going to do a resilient city, it is for the people. It's not for the gadgets, it's not for anything else. So that is my first point. The second is cities. Each city is extremely diverse, and I'm speaking from a developing country perspective. No matter which city you go to in a developing world, and our cities are growing like mushrooms, they're rife with contradictions. Mixture of old and new, sacred and profane, very rich. We have the Anil Ambanis of the world who builds $1 billion house. We have next to his house a shack. We have extremely rich people and people who don't even earn regularly $50 per day. So when we talk about the resilience, we need to think about whom are we talking for and how are we going to use it. I see all the Asian megacities, sleek, modern, soaring skyscrapers. In many places, I see air-conditioned trains that take you from point A to point B. But next door to this air-conditioned train, you also have streets congested in traffic, sidewalk filled with vendors so that you can't even walk, vehicles, towns, dubious message parlors, even more dodgier nightclubs. So we are talking of a very diverse system, and we cannot talk about the resilience for the city as a whole. But let me just try to answer a few of the questions that were raised. Are we looking at the right questions? If I ask you in the third world, what is the most important issue right now? I bet not a one person here will give you the right answer. It's not water, it's not energy, it's not climate change, it's not food or anything else. The most serious problem we're facing in the third world countries is indoor air pollution. In most of the third world countries now, indoor air pollution is about 10 times the outdoor air pollution, even though outdoor air pollution leaves much to be desired. The death from indoor air pollution in the urban centers in the third world cities now reaches 2 million each year, mainly women and children. And this indoor air pollution is because people cook with cow dung, with agricultural waste, cardboard, or whatever they can to do the cooking. And yet, neither in Rio nor any of the places, indoor air pollution is even mentioned. Altogether, we estimate 7% of the deaths in the developing world is due to outdoor and indoor water pollution. It's a mammoth issue, but we don't look at this. But these are some of the issues we need to look at. Another issue I would like to just mention briefly, because my time is coming to an end, is more than 150 cities with more than 1 million population are located in the world in the fault lines. On an average, each year, according to the US Geological Survey, 160 earthquakes of more than 6 Richter scale happens each year. So if you have an earthquake, how do you handle resilience? It's just one issue I'm raising in your case. In Japan, which is supposed to be a very advanced country, last Kobe earthquake, most people do not know, more people died because of lack of water than from the earthquake itself. And if you ask, how does people die from lack of water in an earthquake? Very simple. In Kobe, when the earthquake happened, the fire trucks could not access water to douse the fires. So people got burned alive because of lack of earthquake. So we have a monumental, so I don't know when to start. In the area of water, we have problems. The UN tells us that we have reached Millennium Development Goals, only 780 million people. Ban Ki-moon told us 780 million people don't have access to clean water. My answer to this is very simple. Mr. Ban Ki-moon, which planet do you live? The number of people who do not have access to clean water in South Asia alone, whose population is 1.65 billion, twice the figure that India lives. I challenge any one of you to tell me one city, one urban center, one rural center, anywhere that is clean water. We are underestimating all these issues. Wastewater treatment, we talk of sanitation. We dump our waste into the river and we call it sanitation. Is this what we